I think it's 7:30, isn't it? We're over. So with that, I'll call to order the regular meeting of the Roxbury Inland Wetlands and Watercourses Commission for November 16th, 2020. It's a special meeting because of public hearing issues. We'll start with a call to order. Andy, you start.
Andy Engel.
Rob Horrigan.
Andrew Wood.
Lenora, go ahead and say your name. Lenora, just unmute yourself and say your name so we know you're here on tape.
Lenora Palatnik. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Oh,
Thank
good.
you.
I was pushing the wrong button.
Anybody else here from the commission? No. So with that, I will seat Drew Wood and Lenora as members. So Lenora, what that means is you're a voting member tonight. Alternates, when you're an alternate and we have a full commission, can partake in what's going on, but when there's a motion, you have to step back. But tonight, you're a full member. You have a voting, so you're going to vote on anything that happens.
Okay.
And yeah, so it's all good.
Thanks.
I'm sorry I look pink. I don't know why I'm in a Jimi Hendrix purple haze phase here, but but that's where I'm at. That's where I'm at. So
the entertainment.
you're right. So what do we got next? We got approval of the minutes of the public hearing.
So moved.
Second.
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Approval of the minutes of the regular meeting from October 27, 2020.
So moved.
Second.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Hi.
All right, we'll go to old business, the Woods, Roxbury. Karen, has Lantex submitted the second report?
I have not seen it yet.
Could you email them and say we'd like to see it by Friday?
I absolutely will do that tomorrow.
And if you see that, then get it right out. You're not working Friday, or?
I'm working Friday.
Oh, thank you, Karen. Even if you weren't, then have them email to me, but it's better they email it to you.
Okay.
We need to get that. Once
Get
the
right
meeting,
on it in the morning when I get in.
it's Tuesday, right?
Right. Tomorrow,
Yeah.
Tuesday.
Yeah, we need to get that. That's that on that. Foreman, Old Tolford Road, single-family dwelling with wetland crossing. Andy, I think you were going out on that?
Yep. Yep. I took a walk earlier this week, and it's a challenging lot for sure. There's a lot of ledge, a lot of slopes. I'm not sure how it could have been much better addressed though than what I saw. I was pretty happy with everything.
Andy, all those tapes behind you. What is that?
Oh, no, the stuff behind me? That is my wife's
Yeah.
collection of rubber stamps.
No kidding.
No
That's
kidding. Would you like to buy it? $5, they're all yours. Or $4, you have a hard bargain. I'll pay you.
Andy, do you see a feasible and prudent alternative? Is there a better way?
I do not. I mean, it's a very, very limited approach. The other sides, the other ways up to what looks to be the best home site on the property are really not even, where you can't consider them. They're practically cliffs. I think this is about the only way in.
So All right. Anybody have any questions on this?
No.
You seem to have concerns, Anthony. So
No, I don't.
No?
No,
Okay.
as I say, it's a challenging lot. And we're gonna have to make sure that, John, is out there checking out the, erosion control measures during construction. But I think that, I think it's gonna be fine.
okay. Anybody have any questions?
No.
No? I'll look for a motion.
I
From
move
you,
that
Ian.
we accept this as a regulated activity.
I second.
I- A second. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
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 Okay, on to the next. Let's see. Karen, my only question,
Go ahead. Sorry.
is there's no NOVs on here, and I know we had some violations.
I did not, I know John had mentioned, the 220 Painter Hill to me, but I wasn't sure if he was ready to go forward with that yet.
Okay.
He's not here tonight, so
Yeah, where is he?
I don't
Only
want to
kid-
say.
Only kid. Only kid. Okay, so at least we have fun on this commission. I've been on other commissions, there's no fun. So
There
we'll
are
go to
three of us.
Foreman. We did Foreman?
There are three of us here from Painter Hill, so we're happy to discuss it if you'd like. I own the property. Shane has.
No,
done-
no, wait, let's wait till we go through the agenda, thank you.
Okay.
So we're on a daily, I think, 130, Old Topher Road for a pool.
Is Sam Saban on tonight?
Sam,
Oh, good.
yeah, that was,
Who went out to look at this? Is this a new application or,
Rose, this is the one we voted on last month at the end. Came in after the agenda had been posted.
right, Sam, yeah, okay, Saban,
But
yeah.
I thought we scheduled folks to go out for it, but I don't have that in front of me.
I've driven
Anybody
past
go
it.
out?
Yeah.
I thought it was you, Andy, because it's in the same area.
Yeah, I've driven past it. I didn't walk the site. But looking at the lot from the road, and this is pretty close to the road, again, it's a situation where I don't see, other than not building a pool,
Just the pool equipment is pretty close to the wetlands, I believe. Can we go back to the map?
yes, I don't know what happened with that.
I believe it's kind of disguised in that shrubbery to the right side of the screen.
Yeah, in there. Like right in there? You want it larger?
There you go, yeah.
I just, concerned about chemicals and backwash and things going into the wetlands.
How far is that from the wetlands, the pool, and the out, where the filter is?
it's like 30 feet, it says.
Hmm. Doesn't meet deep requirements of 50 feet.
It's a good point. It does say 30 feet, doesn't it? right below where it says pool filter pad.
That says 50 right there. And
That
this
says,
is the
but
30
above
mark.
it,
Is anybody here on this application? Nobody's here?
it's 30 feet to flagged wetlands there, it says.
Doesn't meet what we want. Nobody's here for this application. Karen, contact the applicant and tell them they should be at the next meeting. There should be a 50-foot buffer per DEP regulations. 30
Okay.
feet is not enough.
Okay,
Chlorine doesn't break down in that distance. Like other applications, they could have a tank, which is ridiculous. There's other alternatives though. So we'll table this till next meeting.
okay.
And they should be here for this.
I will let them know.
Okay.
That was a good catch, Rob.
That's why we're a commission. Look at whose dog's barking? Rob, is that your dog?
No, it's not.
Thank God. Karen, okay, thank you. I couldn't see my screen. So under new business, Rees 42 Welton Road, single family dwelling.
Okay,
So
let me
who's
get
here
that
for
up.
that?
Hey, Brian.
Hi, Brian.
Hey, Brian, how are you?
Good.
Good to see you. Been a while, Brian.
A little while.
You been busy?
Yeah, very busy.
Not in Roxbury.
All over the place. All over
Okay,
the place.
good. Good. As long as you're okay. Go ahead, Brian. What do we got on this?
This was a lot that was approved last year by the Wetlands Commission as non-regulated. So this is actually a construction plan. It shows exactly where the owners want to put the house. It shows the water course areas in the back. There's more than 100 foot away from the limited disturbance. It's a relatively flat lot. It's about a 5% grade throughout the whole property. So it's a very kind of a level area. The driveway's already in, has been in since earlier this year. So I think it's a pretty straightforward proposal. There's no roof drainage proposed. They're just going to do a gravel strip around the perimeter for water coming off the roof. So I think it's a pretty straightforward proposal.
Anybody have any questions? Lenora, feel free to chime in.
Okay.
Anybody? No? I'll look for a motion.
I'll move to accept this as a non-regulated activity.
Second,
Second? Any discussion? All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Thank you, Brian.
Okay, thanks very much.
Okay, is that it? If you take the screen down, I can look at the agenda. Oh, darn. Election of officers. Anybody want to be the chairman? Listen.
nominate Rusty Rienza
No,
for chairman.
stop.
And I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I can't, look, I can't thank all of you enough for serving with you for 24 years now. It's an honor. It really is. And if anybody ever wanted to step up, I would get out of the way. You know, as the old guy. But I love what I do. I love what I do for this town, and I love serving with each and every person on this board who I consider a friend. And thank you. I know it's year after year after. I thank you because I'm proud of being your chairman. I really am. So thanks. So now we'll go on to the calendar. Do we have approval of the calendar for 2021?
Wait, do we need to vote
Oh,
for a
yeah,
vice chairman?
I was hoping.
And I'll nominate Andy Engel.
Yes.
I
I'll second. All right. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Did we do a motion for me?
Thank you.
Yes, we did.
Oh, we
We
did.
did.
Okay.
Julie,
Just
did you
making
give a
sure.
motion?
All right. So,
Yes, there was a motion.
Oh, good, thanks.
thank you. Did anybody approve it? Okay. So the approval of the regular meeting schedule 2021. I don't see a problem with it, but everybody okay with November 23rd?
I did not look and see when Thanksgiving is then. Is it the 25th?
Fifth, I think.
It
Yeah.
is.
Everybody okay with that?
It's fine with me.
Yeah.
I'm
We're
fine.
still in the middle of COVID, so nobody's going anywhere.
Right. Well, that's next year. Hopefully, we're all got shots and we're good.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'll look for a motion.
I move to accept it.
Second.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right. What's next? Okay. So I'm going to go on to. I'm looking for a motion to put a notice of violation on the agenda for Painter Hill Road. Do I have a motion for that?
So
Russ,
moved.
A
Russ,
second.
I need to step down.
Okay, Rob will step down. So do I have a motion?
So moved.
A second? Lenore, you want to second that? Or Drew?
Oh, I second.
Okay,
Sure.
thank you.
I'm just
So-
not familiar with this situation, that's all.
All right, so let's get you familiar.
Full disclosure, Russ, I have a business relationship with Shane. I don't see that as being something that will impact my actions on this situation.
Is Shane here?
Yes, right here.
Hi, Shane.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. Good to see you, Shane. Thank you, really, for coming on so we could figure this out.
Okay,
So what's the address, Shane?
220 Painter Hill.
Okay. And years ago, I went out there and I know the pond. And there's a pond set way back from the road. And I wish John was here because I don't know if anybody on the commission saw the pictures, but the whole area around the pond has been cleared. Trees, vegetation. So Shane, did you know you needed a permit to do that?
I just did the work without even thinking about it. I know it is a requirement, but I just didn't get the
And
permit.
who retained you? Who's paying you?
Bill, he's on here also right now.
Bill, are you here, Bill?
Yeah,
Are you the owner of the property?
I am.
How long have you owned it?
About 3 months.
That's it. So you just bought it.
I just bought it, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And were you aware that you need permits to do anything around any kind of wetland, stream, pond?
Not really, no.
Okay. And where do you live, Bill?
I
Are you?
had a discussion with Brian Neff about some other stuff I've been doing at 238.
Brian, are you still on?
Yes.
Okay. So how long have you been in town, or do you live in town?
Started to live here in mid-summer,
Okay.
mid-June.
All right. So you weren't aware that there's regulations about clearing around a pond?
No.
No. Okay. And what's your purpose in that? Why did you do that?
It is, look, all the trees were dead around there, looked really ugly. Couldn't see the pond. You couldn't even tell where the pond was. So the purpose is to restore the pond to something that's usable and looks nice.
Okay.
And you couldn't even get to the pond, as a matter of fact. So I had a hard time even seeing it. I only knew there was a pond there because I was looking at Google Maps.
No, I understand. And the
Yeah.
house and stuff on that property was in pretty rough shape. Are you renovating the whole property?
Renovated the whole property. We've got that whole house up and going. Actually, I own 238, which is adjacent, and so then I bought this one. We were renovating that house. It's in good shape now, and we're putting in. My plans for it are we've put in we're building a stone fence, and make a nice entryway. We're going to restore the stone fence along the entire Painter Hill Road from 238 all the way down to the end of the property. That's
Are you going to live there, or is you going to sell
we
it?
have a large family,
Yeah.
so I've got.
Are you Italian?
That would be Hazeltini.
Because I can relate to that.
Yeah, it's not Italian, but we got a large family and a lot of grandchildren. And
yeah, that's a beautiful thing, Bill.
enticing them up here when the kids are out of school on weekends. They come up right now and stay with us, but we'd like a nicer place for them to stay.
Yeah.
We've got twin daughters who are living with us who just graduated from university, and eventually they'll want a place to stay. So we're thinking of this as a common family property.
All right. University of what?
They just graduated from university, one from NYU and the other from Boston College.
Oh, okay. Because if it was the University of New Hampshire, me and Rob would be all for you, but
Sorry.
that's good. Look, anybody on the commission have any questions? I'm pretty upset about this. I'll tell you why. I did go there many years ago when the property was on the market, and I told the real estate agent that the ecosystem around the pond was pristine. You know, those dead things were places for things to live that are important to us. And the pond itself is an important ecosystem. And it may not be for somebody who just looks at it. But we in Roxbury know that our environment is why we're so important, why this town's so important to protect, and why we can't allow people to just trash our wetlands. Not saying this is trashed, but the whole ecosystem was cleared, pretty much. And I think talking to Bill, I believe him, and I have a good sense of people. I think Shane, as a contractor, you should know better. It's like an electrician doing work without getting a permit, and an electrician would lose his license. And I want to put contractors who do this kind of thing without getting a permit saying, I didn't know. I think you should lose your license personally, but I'm not going to be that hard on a guy who's making a living. That's my feeling. I'd like to hear from the other commission members.
Well, can I say
I
something?
haven't seen
before-
the photos or, John's report on this, so I really don't feel qualified to have an opinion without that background.
Yeah. What we'd like to do.
Couple things, Russ, I would just offer. One, I agree with your opinion about the contractor's role in this. Yes, it's the homeowner's role, but we do have a lot of new people moving into town, and the rules vary from a little bit from town to town. So yeah, that's a good point. I think contractors owe it to the customer, they owe it to the town. And then the other thing is, I was just going to ask, is it worth exploring whether, any kind of restitution environmentally could be done to, I have not seen the site, but, plantings or things of that nature to help kind of bring it back possibly.
Bill, do you have plans for mitigation?
I do, and I've been talking to Brian about that, how we can bring it back to a beautiful, natural-like environment. That's the whole point. So it's very attractive and has the natural plants that are from the area. And Brian, do you want to talk about what we've been discussing?
Yeah, I met up with Bill yesterday to take a look. Looks like the work was basically just everything was flush cut, all the vegetation, which all the root systems are still existing. So that stuff's going to pop up next year. It's possible once it pops up again to identify what's invasive and what's native. So I told Bill I would work on a plan with him to basically do some restoration work, maybe removal of the invasives, leave the natural native material there, add some new native plantings. No excavation work was done, so the soil wasn't really disturbed. So I think it's certainly possible to remediate the situation.
Okay. Bill, welcome to town. I mean, from my heart, welcome to town.
Well, we're delighted to be here. It's a lovely town.
We welcome you, but we're really serious about our environment here, probably more than most, and we never go over our mission, our regulatory authority. We're very fair to people. You're our neighbor. People on the Wetland Commission are just people like me who work day to day, but volunteer our time for this. But it's very important to us, especially with people who are new to town, that you respect our environment. And that's what our town's about, at least for me. I may be wrong, but I'm going to say that for the next meeting, we need a mitigation plan. And there needs to be a fine because I'm just talking to the commission. There needs to be a fine because you can't do this in ignorance, especially when you hire a contractor who should know better. And the fine should be $1,000. That's our limit. If we go over that, we have to go to court, and I don't want to go to court. And I want to let Bill know that if you want to appeal that, there isn't an in-town appeal. There is an appeal process. It just doesn't get done. In our town, people are heard. So I want to know what the commission thinks about that idea. Lenora, Andy, Rob, Drew.
I've stepped down, Russ.
Oh, Rob is out.
Yeah, Russ, I would support that. I'd also be open to some kind of discussion, or maybe we just wait to see what we get, but, maybe how the possibility of maybe that getting reduced at some point if the money goes towards, additional mitigation measures or something of that nature.
I'm okay with that.
No, we'll see. Let's see what the plan is, and comes forward, and then leave it up to the owner if they want to appeal on that.
Yeah. Lenora, you have any thoughts? on this? I know you're new, and this is probably overwhelming. This
Well-
happens like once every eight years. God thank us.
Oh, wait.
Do you think there should be a fine, Lenora? Or
I agree.
you-
Yes, I do. Can you hear
Okay.
me? Oh,
Yes, we could hear you.
oh, good.
Or do you agree with Drew that we should maybe wait on that?
Well, I
Okay.
mean, I heard what you said about if you're a contractor, it's kind of like an electrician. You should know the rules and you should follow them.
I agree.
I think rules are rules and you have to
Right.
follow them.
Andy?
You know, I would rather see the money spent on mitigation than on punitive measures, but whatever the sense of the commission is, I will go along with.
Well, here's my sense. This is a valuable property. This isn't a $200,000. This, and especially recently where property values in Roxbury are going through the roof. I mean, everybody wants to seem to move here in Western Connecticut because of COVID. I'm really in favor of a $1,000 fine. I mean, either the owner or he could talk to his contractor, but we need to send a message that this is not going to happen. All those dead trees that they killed had things living in them, and I did go out there years ago, and the real estate agent wanted to clear the land because it makes it more valuable. So $1,000 is pittance, and I think it sends the message. And I think we should file for a $1,000 fine, and they could appeal it if they wish, but it's pittance compared to the value of that property and the value of that for what they did. The mitigation plan is separate. We have to approve a mitigation plan, but you're never going to put back snags. And people don't understand dead trees are habitat. People don't get that. And we get that. And we, I think, have to send a message.
Yeah, no, I'd support that, Russ. And I'm gonna just add, I think we're already doing a letter to contractors. Recently, we did regarding wetlands work and
Yeah,
permit requirements.
we let one, we gave a
we did.
warning. We gave a warning.
No, I thought the commission had sent a letter out to area contractors to advise them of, remind them about the need. Didn't we do that over the summer?
We do that when people propose pesticide applications to ponds.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, nothing to do with this. Contractors should know what permits they need,
Yeah.
like an
What about-
electrician, like a septic guy. No excuse to just go out and do that and say, I didn't know. There's no excuse, in my opinion.
Okay. Yep.
So I propose a $1,000 fine. The owner could pay it, or the owner could tell the contractor to pay it. We could tell them both to pay it, but I think it'd be simpler if we just have a $1,000 fine. And that fine, by the way, Bill, goes to Roxbury Land Acquisition Fund. It goes into a fund that the town uses to buy land to preserve it. Doesn't go into the general fund like the state. It goes into a good cause, just so you know.
Russ, I would second that if you're making a motion.
All right, I'll make a motion to fine the owner $1,000 for a violation of wetland regulations.
I second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
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 All right, so Bill, we expect by next meeting a mitigation plan to, as you said, Brian and you were working on a plan. You're not going to replace what was there, trust me. It's a shame, actually. Could have been done better. I talked to that real estate agent about a compromise plan that would keep some snags, you know, the dead trees that woodpeckers, insects, things that don't rely on that would remain while you get a beautiful view. It's a beautiful property. It really is. But Bill, having said that, welcome to town. You know, hopefully you respect what we're saying here. We care about our environment here. It's what we are in Roxbury. So, but no hard feelings, I hope.
Thank you for your care for the town.
Yeah, thank you. Anything else? Shane, you have anything to say?
Yeah, I'm sorry that this worked out this way. I had no intention of doing anything to harm the wetlands. There are actually 2 ponds there, and we left the border on the road, so we didn't completely clear the pond. And it doesn't make it right. I'm just explaining. And we were trying to just restore it back to when it was a working farm, when Joe O'Brien was there, when the field came right up there. So there was no intention of just going in and destroying everything and haphazardly doing it. We were trying to just make it nicer and better.
I
Should have got the
understand.
permit first,
Right.
but
Yeah.
I
As long
understand.
as you get that, Shane.
No, absolutely. I do
absolutely.
work for the land trust. I work for the school, the library. I'm all over town. I respect the town. I grew up there. So I understand.
You grew up in Roxbury?
Yes.
Where?
I lived several places, but I lived on Bacon Road. I went to Chippewa.
Well, good for you.
Yeah. So, and here I work for the Diebold's. I'm here every day in Roxbury.
All right, Shane. No hard feelings here. Just want you to understand. You know now. That's all.
Yes. Yep.
You know now. We're not
Absolutely.
looking to whip anybody. Believe me. You're one of us. So, and we're a great town. We really are. So, sorry that happened, but the Bill seems to be a great guy who is going to be a part of this town, and let's all move forward. Anybody have any issue with what I'm saying here? No? We're good? Okay, let's move on then. Is there anything else, Karen? Julie? I miss anything?
I think you've got it all.
Wow. Well, everybody, we'll see you, what is it, next Tuesday night for a public hearing?
Yes.
Yeah. So we'll, just
7
to
o'clock
remind everybody, it's at 7 o'clock
on the
for
24th.
a 6-lot subdivision on Route 199 called The Woods. And hopefully we could get to near an end there, right? So I'll see you all then.
Make a
Thank
motion to
you.
adjourn.
Pardon?
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
A second?
Second.
All in favor? Aye.
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 See you all soon. Thank you.
Thanks all. See you Tuesday.
Right.
Thank you.